on most campuses, it was black-white. Here, there was a deliberate decision, and I was not in on all of that. That was during the time I was teaching school. But there was a clear decision to include the 4 major ethnic minority groups at that time: Native Americans, Latinos, African Americans, and Asian Pacific Islanders. That was intentional. And then also the ex-offenders. And that was very intentional. I would not say that it wasn't without difficulty. There were some times when there were clearly some political strife between groups. Usually it wasn't around, I shouldn't say there was political strife, there was strife. My memory says that it was usually over personal romantic relationships or something like that. I remember at the Cultural Center one time that a gun and a knife were pulled, and it was all around a relationship with a woman. And you know, it was characterized as Latino versus black, but it was really, you know, 2 guys fighting over the same woman. The women in all the ethnic groups carried a lot of the responsibility and the agenda willingly of sort of being the mediators and, well, let's work with them. The Cultural Center was designed to have 4 separate wings, and there was an open courtyard in between. And architecturally, it was very attractive, but that outdoor courtyard, which, you know, was raining most of the time, didn't make for good sort of unity building physically. And I'm sort of delighted that they covered over the courtyard and it's now a central, you know, open space. But they worked together in a lot of different ways, and they supported each other's activities. And when there was a larger demonstration, like the Asian American community was fighting the creation of the kingdom because it was impinging on the international district physically. There were Latinos and African Americans and Native Americans who were former classmates and things, or classmates at the time, who went out there and demonstrated too. When United Indians went over the fence of Fort Lawton to get what is now to get the property which is now Daybreak Star Center, there were supporters from all the different ethnic groups. When the Latinos decided to take over Beacon Hill Elementary, which is now El Centro de la Raza, there were people from other ethnic groups involved. At Frank's Landing, when they were fighting for Indian fishing rights, there were people from other ethnic groups that went. And a lot of the individuals were classmates or former classmates from the University of Washington. So during that time, people did develop relationships and friendships, even though they were not always in lockstep, you know, on their activities.